Hey guys, it's Brian from Kodiak Woodsman. I'm out here with Samuel. It's cold, it's wet, it's nasty weather, but we're out here to have a good time. We're going to be building a survival shelter for the night, cooking over the fire. We're just going to have a good time while doing some bushcraft things together. So because it's raining and pretty cold, the first thing we're going to do is get just a temporary tarp set up, and that'll give us a place to get stuff out of the rain. I give Samuel somewhere to sit. Just going to overhand this one. Now we'll just, a couple sticks, temporary stakes.
It's nice and flat.
Perfect. All right, so this tree back here is what we call dead standing because it's dead and standing up. And that's exactly what we want when it's everything's wet on the ground to start a fire. We're gonna cut this, split the inside of it, and use that for our kindling and our first wood. And then once the fire is growing big enough, you can put wet wood on there and it'll light eventually. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we'll grab it. Even though everything is soaking wet out here, it's totally dry in there. So we're gonna cut it into some small sections, split up some kindling and tinder, and then we'll use this first section for some fuel, get the fire going, start cutting up and dragging over some more. All right, so now that we got a few of these cut, what we're gonna do is split them. We want to keep these pieces as dry as possible, so once I split them, I'm kind of putting them here in this canvas mat. All right, so I've got this set up where we're going to build it on top of a couple of the logs that we split, get it up off of the wet ground. We're going to use some birch bark here as a fire starter. I do carry like man-made fire starters, but I almost never use them. I prefer the natural stuff like fat wood, birch bark. Yes, Sammy? Food. How about a granola bar for now? It's not dinner time yet. Snack time before more adventures. Might be a little hard to see with the smoke blowing over, but that's actually steam coming off of those sticks that are sitting there near the fire. Those sticks were laying on the ground. So that's kind of my point. Like if you get a good fire going with dry stuff, you get a good bed of coals to where you're not going to suffocate it and kill it, you can get really wet stuff to dry out. We're only going to be here for one night, and it's already 4:30, 5 o'clock. We don't need some crazy elaborate structure. So what we're going to do is kind of use our resources, use what's already here. What we're kind of doing is building a modified super shelter, which is going to have tarp on the back, and plastic on the front with a fire, and that should keep the shelter super warm tonight. We're gonna put a little fire right here and it'll reflect the heat in there. So gummies are a necessity. All right, we got the fire moved over here. We're making our bed right here. I'm about to go grab the tarp and hang it up while Sammy's working on the bed. And we'll have a nice spot to relax and make dinner. All right, let me help you out. I'll bring him over here and you can just lay him out neatly. Here. And you take him and just lay him out neatly. Help make the ground a little bit more comfortable, and it's also going to help keep us warmer at night. Insulate us from the ground a little bit. That looks beautiful. Let's get the tarp up here and then you can sit back down on it, okay? So we're going to put the arch right here for our super shelter. And we're just going to tie it up to this one. See how that works. All right, so here's the finished super shelter. Well, almost finished. I got to put the survival blanket in the back. That's what helps reflect the heat back on you. Just helps amplify that greenhouse effect, keeping it super warm. We're gonna get our mattress in there, get everything squared away. I think it's gonna do a great job keeping us warm. We're gonna start making some ramen for dinner. Start by boiling some water and boiling some eggs. It would have been better to make something to hang pot over, but we're ready to get started cooking, so we're just gonna get rolling with it. Pork tenderloin to cook too. Go with the ramen. Hi, Sammy.
Hi.
It's snowing, isn't it? You having fun?
Yeah.
Ramen will be done soon, huh? Look at that. That is a proper meal for the backcountry. Camping in the rain and the wet snow when it's cold can be really difficult. You know, most people roll their eyes at the idea of being out here, but I still have a great time even in weather like this. Well, we're gonna wrap up dinner, square a few things away, and then we're gonna cuddle up, watch Lego Ninjago, one of his favorite movies, and then head to bed. So, see y'all in the morning. Well, it rained and snowed on us all night long, but we stayed dry and warm, right? Yeah, it was comfortable in the shelter. It worked. I didn't even keep the fire going all night. We're gonna pack up and eat some breakfast and head out. We are heading back home. So thanks for joining. Make sure you stay tuned for next week's video. Did you have a good time, Samuel?
Yeah.
Good. Thanks, guys.